welcome to Cooking with Carly. I'm Carly and today we're making Wishing Star cookies. To make the cookies, you will need baking powder, all-purpose flour, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, salt, sugar, 2½ sticks of butter or margarine. You will also need access to a mixer and a rubber spatula. For measuring ingredients, you'll need 1 cup, a teaspoon, a ½ teaspoon, and a knife. You will also need saran wrap to refrigerate the cookies. For decorating the cookies, you're going to need a rolling pin, your favorite cookie cutter or star-shaped cookie cutter, your favorite color sugar sprinkles, and parchment paper. You're also going to need cookie sheets to make the cookies, a spatula, and a cooling rack for cooling the cookies. First step, remember, we always have to wash our hands to clean off all the germs so they don't get into the food. And remember to make sure that your hands are nice and dry. We're going to start with 2½ sticks of butter or margarine. I prefer margarine for cookies, so I'm using margarine. Next, we're going to take a cup of sugar using our measuring cup. I like to personally level it off with a knife like this just to get the exact perfect cup and dump it into your bowl. Now we're going to be taking 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I like to do this over paper towel just in case you spill. And now we're going to mix all those up. As we put the mixer on about medium speed, and when it does get stuck in the mixer or on the sides, you're just going to push it down. And you can also push it out like this, so then it goes into the bowl. And then you can just keep mixing. Next, we need 2 eggs. I like to crack them on the counter and just split the shells and just drop it into the bowl. And remember, always wash your hands after working with raw eggs because they do carry diseases. And make sure that your hands are dry to continue working with food. Beat slowly until the eggs are mixed in a little bit, then you can start to increase the speed. And because stuff is mushed up on the side, you can just use your spatula to bring it down and incorporate it with the rest of the ingredients. And then continue to mix until all the ingredients are combined evenly. All right. Next, we're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Do this over a paper towel or the sink just in case you spill a little bit. And just dump that right in there. And a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And now we're going to mix. Alright, now we're going to need 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to use my knife to measure and get that perfect cup. Last cup. And now we mix. Remember, always start mixing on a very light speed or else the flour is going to splatter everywhere and it's going to make a really big mess. And then once it gets more incorporated with the rest of the ingredients, then you can start increasing your speed slowly. And remember, because it does get stuck in the mixer a lot, you might want to use your spatula to get it out. A lot of it does get stuck. Alright, continue mixing. And obviously it all got stuck again. Alright, your dough is done. Now we're going to put our dough in the fridge for 1 hour to overnight. I'm going to leave it in overnight, so take your saran wrap. Well, I actually ripped it right that time. And put it on your dough. And now we're going to put it into our outside refrigerator. Place your cookie dough in the fridge for about 1 hour to overnight. I'm going to do it overnight, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!
The next day.
Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be baking and decorating our cookies. So let's start by preheating our oven to 375 degrees. You might need a parent to help you with this. Remember, before we start working with our dough, we have to wash our hands to make sure that all the germs are off and that they don't get into our food. And make sure that your hands are dry too. Alright, now we're going to lay down our parchment paper on a flat surface to shape the cookie. And if you have something slightly heavier that you can use to just put the edges down so then they don't roll up. Now we're going to dust it lightly with just a little bit of flour. This will create a non-stick coating so then the dough doesn't stick. And keep the flour handy just in case you need to do any more dusting. It's dough time. We're going to take our dough out of our bowl and put it onto the parchment paper. It might stick to the bowl a little bit, and it might be like cold and hard because you did just refrigerate it. So you can also use a rubber spatula to help. Just try to get it off the sides. All right. Now we're going to take our dough and using our hands, we're going to make it slightly flat using the palm. Now we're going to take a rolling pin and a little bit of flour and put just a little bit of flour onto your rolling pin. You can also put some like on the top of your cookie dough, just because we're going to be rolling it out and you want to have that non-stick kind of thing with the flour. And just continue to roll it out until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick and pretty even. Alright, that looks good. Now we're going to line our cookie sheets with some more parchment paper. Just so that then like the cookies don't stick to the cookie sheets in the oven. Now we're going to take our star-shaped cookie cutter and just put it on your dough and push it in and take it out. Push it out and there you go. It's star-shaped. Just put it on your cookie sheets and do that until you have no more spaces to do that on your dough. And once they're on the cookie sheet, you can take your favorite color sprinkles and you can just sprinkle them on top. And you might want to push them in a little bit with your finger, just then they stick into the cookie. Or you can use any kind of sprinkles, like I'm going to use these little stars. You could also put in chocolate chips if you want. Or just anything on top of the cookie that works. Just spread them around the cookie. Let's do a gold one. Let's do some pearls. Oh wow, they're going everywhere. Okay, pearls are harder to work with. I don't recommend pearls. But they're still fun. Now, what you're going to do with your dough, because it's all cut out, you're just going to take it and you're going to put it back into a ball and you're going to roll it out and cut more cookies. Time to put the cookies into the oven. You might need a parent to help you because the oven is very hot right now. And leave them in there for about 10 minutes or until the bottom and the edges are golden brown. And now we're going to set our timer for 10 minutes. And there you go. After your timer goes off, you can take your cookies out of the oven. You might need a parent to help you with this because the cookies are very hot still. And shut the oven. Now we're going to take our cookies from the cookie sheet and put them on the cooling rack. Remember, your cookie sheet is still very, very, very hot, so don't touch it with your hands. You may also need a parent to help you with this because the cookie sheet is hot. Well, the stars didn't come out that good. They kind of melted. Now we're done and it's time to make a wish. This is my cameraman Ben.
Hello everyone.
And we're going to be making some wishes. I wish everybody happiness and health.
I wish that we could all meet together and see each other in person.
Bye everybody. Enjoy.
Bye.
What do we do with all the water bottles? few curls. That did not go well.
Still very hot.
I was not